All right, just a reminder, I know George just did a great body mounting technique, basically like this that we've shown before in the past. I picked up the bass strip there, Hobby Lobby, 1/8 by half, 24 inches, plenty, and thick enough. And I cut those strips. I have them inside, so you can see the body is resting on top of the tires. I've extended the width so the body sits on the tires evenly. They have not been sanded. That's the key. So I just check and make sure it's level everywhere I want it to be. And then I put the strips inside just like this, tuck them up against the side of the body. Now I'll give them a zap of super glue, and then we can give them some more adhesive after that. But it doesn't work for every car, but in this case I want the body to be level, and I just rest it right on the tires. And what's going to happen is I haven't trued the tires yet, so I'm going to bring the diameter of the tires down, and we should have plenty of clearance. Won't be an issue. If we don't, if we need more, believe it or not, masking tape. You put some of that underneath there. You wouldn't think so, as thin as it is, but you can add some layers of masking tape, and that can raise it up just enough to make sure you have clearance. So we'll glue it in place. And if you want to, you can use Simple Testors Model Glue, a little cheap paintbrush. You can get these by the bags of 20. You can put a little Model Glue on here, get in here, brush it in there on each side just a little bit, and then make sure it's secured against the side of the body, and just let it dry for about 15 minutes. Then you can give it a zap of super glue. So, you know, this gives you more time to work with, just to make sure they're in place before you add the CA super glue. So I've just put a little bit of glue on the brush and just get in there, stab it, work it around, and make sure it's secured. Then you can use the other end of the brush and double check. You know, you can use it to adjust your wood inside there like that. So pretty easy, about 15-20 minutes, then we can zap it with some super glue. So now that it's dry, we can do the super glue. When it comes to super glue, CA, I have to tell you, the thinner the better, and the cheaper the better. There's, you know, bigger name brands of super glue out there, but you have to understand that once you open that, it does have a shelf life. So if you're not going to use a lot of it, it's just best to get a cheap tube like these from Harbor Freight, Walmart, wherever, and they do the job. And then you don't have to worry about, you know, a nice $5-6 bottle of CA going bad, which I've had happen. Anyway, so now that we have it like this, you have enough room to where you can just go in, just give just a light drop on each side, okay, and that will secure it to where we can take the body off and add more adhesive. Okay, so everything's dry. You can take the body off, as you can see, and they're pretty strong. If you want to add any more glue, now's your chance. You can get another zap of super glue. I've already done that, and the Basswood really absorbs it, and very strong, stronger than you might think. Shouldn't need any reinforcement. You should be good to go. However, if you do, you see I've got these little pieces right here. You can just put the body back on, flip it over, and then you can just make a mark with a Sharpie here, and then you can put small additional pieces on the other side there so that the screw has more wood to bite into, and it does help reinforce it. It's not necessary. I'm going to do it just to show you how it's done, but you know, sometimes if you feel this isn't strong enough and you want a little bit more, it's a good way to do it. So we're going to go ahead and knock that out. Okay, so I've done this side. Like I said, really simple. Just hold it in place, blow a little super glue right here in the front, holding it down with your with your hand, and it sticks almost immediately, and that's fine. That's what you want. And then like I said, sometimes the screws that you use might need a little bit more bite. So, you know, I'm using an SCC screw here with the shoulder, and as you can see, the thickness right there. So that's kind of why I did that. Yes, it does help reinforce it, but it's mostly for the screw to have more to bite to. And there you have it, all glued in. Both sides are done. I know some people mention weight, but this is how much it weighs. It's the same amount of wood that I just put in here, basswood. So it's probably about right around 1/2 gram. If that's too much weight for you, then you're in the wrong hobby, because it just doesn't get any lighter than that. It's light, it's secure, and what almost immeasurable weight there is down low. So it's a pretty good, you know, system for body mounting. Anyway, hope this helps you guys. There's all sorts of different ways out there guys are sharing. Really appreciate it. This is just another method I thought I'd share as well.